Today, a Nebraska Woodstr marketplace finds. It's not just for selling, it's for buying. Let's show you. Hey Woodsters, my name is Mike. Well, welcome back. Hey, we're just making our way up to a pile here that, well, a find that I found on Marketplace. The other morning I was doing my morning routine, checking through Marketplace as well as YouTube and subscriptions and early morning phone work, and came across this listing on Marketplace. So kind of it was an interesting thing, interesting deal, and I messaged him back about 4:15, I believe, in the morning, and said, hey, can I come and at least take a look at? And so that evening I went out and took a look at it. This is definitely something that I'm interested in. So anyway, I'll be showing that here to you in a second. So so the listing, it was for Firewood. It had, I think, $1 posting on it, and in the description it was $50 per pickup load, $500 for the full works. And so based off the pictures and stuff, it looked like a fair amount of ash, maybe a little bit of mulberry. The pile's a little bit hard to determine size, especially when you're just looking at pictures with no reference points. So that afternoon after work, I stopped by there, and it didn't take me long to decide this is something that is definitely something I'm interested in. Did a little bit of math there, and it was quick math, and figured out to be, well, not only was it $500 for all the firewood, but each and every one of those pieces was cut into 16 to 18 inch lengths already. So all the chainsaw work has been done. All we had to do was load it up. Did a little bit of math, and just walking it off, it looked to be about 15 foot wide, 30 foot long by about 6 foot tall, and all in round. So just some quick math, there's about 17 cords of wood sitting there. So like I said, it didn't take me long to say, yep, that's going to be that needs to come home with me. So in the last couple of videos you saw where I did some processing of some tree work for it to come back to the yard. Well, that just happened to be less than 7 miles straight. The project was 7 miles north of where I bought all of this wood. So working with my guys on the guys that are bringing back the logs to my yard, see if we can't just load that up into side dumps and get that back to the yard. And that'll cost me a little bit extra because it's just it's not necessarily a part of the tree work. It would be above and beyond. So thinking a payloader, maybe even a skid loader, to just kind of push some of those loose pieces into the big payloader bucket, load up, and get her into the yard. So anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get any of that footage. I'll try and get some as it comes into the yard, but pretty cool find, and probably something just kind of keep your eyes open on Marketplace. You never know what you can find. I was talking with the owner, and he did do some cutting up and did some logging out of his grove, and used to just give it away in log form, and that kind of stopped, and so he just decided to start whittling away on it and get that start working on it and get as far as he could. Well, before you know it, it was everything was whittled up at 16 inches. There's a little bit of big maple in there, a little bit of mulberry, mostly ash. I asked the homeowner how long it had been down. He said, well, it's been sitting there for about 2 years, so a majority of that is going to be dry, from what I can tell. He did have some limb stuff that he cut at 3.5 foot, because there was a neighbor that used to use it for his boiler that could take up to 4-foot chunks. So how handy is that? Mine happens to be exactly the same. So yeah, quite a bit of stuff there. But I'll bring as much of the footage as I can get in between work, and if it all works out. But just pulling up to the place here now, I'll get out and kind of show you what I got. All right, here we go.
Woodstr.
Probably been a while since you've seen this here, but behind me are those 3.5 side dump loads of that wood that I processed up there, those 60 ash trees. So we're going to start whittling away on those. And you'll probably see a finished product, but behind me are all that wood I bought from that old boy that had them all cut already. So one of the best deals ever on Marketplace. But you just saw the first, actually the third load come in, and he's on his way to get his fourth. So one thing I haven't done here, and we'll bring that to you, is that the other day I ran that big saw for the first time in probably, call it half a year, if not 3/4 of a year, when I went down with my back and then the surgery, then the 12 weeks of not running it and babying it a little bit after that. Been running virtually the 455 Rancher since I got cleared to at least run a saw and lift over 25 pounds. But yesterday, day before, one of those days, I fired that thing up just to make sure it ran. Got to cutting, and boy, I forgot what an extra 50 cc's will do with you in your hands. Boy, you can do some quick cutting. So I'm going to put down give that 455 a break, and we're going to keep the big boy rolling here, and we'll start working a little bit on some of these piles here. So a little bit of a dilemma. All of that wood that's cut, I have a feeling it's all dry. So as I continue to pile from west to east here, from west to east, I don't want to throw a whole row of just dry stuff in there. If my math was correct, that's 17 cords. Even if I'm off by a couple, that's a whole nother bin that's going to be kind of sitting there for over a year that doesn't really need to. So I'm going to finish filling this bin up behind me here. We're down to just the last totes, last four to 6 foot of that one. So I know all of these ash trees right here are green, so we're going to work on those. Keep cutting and splitting, get that bin filled up, and then we'll give me plenty of time to think about what the hell I do with all of that dry stuff. So, all right, here we go. Pretty good score for 500 bucks. Probably cost me $500 in time just to cut all these up at 16-inch pieces. So boom, keep your eye on Marketplace, boys.